G'day swingers. I'm already a grub. I've got dirt all over my face. G'day swingers. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I hope you enjoy. Today, I'm just chasing a bit more shiny. I came here a couple of weeks ago after finding 4 little bits of gold with the Nox, and with the SDC, and did a test pan down here. And out of that crevice just there, I pulled myself 2 nice bits. And a whole lot of fines. I didn't really check this one too much due to the fact I didn't have any suction. So today I'm going to start here and work my way back upstream. I know that sounds odd, but there's good gold there, or okay gold. Maybe stepping up these bedrock bits might actually get on some better colour. The water's looking pretty horrible and oily there, but not to worry. We're going for the gold. So I'm going to set up the camera and I'm going to start working that pocket down there. Now, one problem is I don't have a yabby pump because my rubber for the yabby pump itself stuck to the inside of the stainless steel and fused onto it. When I went to move it, it ripped all the edges off, which is now still stuck in place to the scoop. Sorry, the pump. So all I've got today with me, got some wet weather or some water boots. I just got the little yabby, the little crevice king. So it'll still do the job. I'll just have to clear more of the material out by hand first, and then to use this to get the last bits out of the bottom of the crevices. So that will be interesting. Anyway, let's start setting up. Let's get scratching. Oh, I like seeing that sort of stuff. Now I know glass is supposed to be a lighter material compared to gold, but I just spotted here, resting on top of the bedrock. Broken base of a bottle. Now I always tend to find, for some reason, if I find good glass, the gold seems to follow. Don't know why. Well, hopefully that's good signs. It's gonna block up a lot. Handy dandy crevice hook, thanks to King Chrome. These are actually for cars, but they work beautifully. Alright. Crevice King time. Alrighty swingers, so this material here is just out of that for the crevice king. So that's just that bit that I sucked up before. Unfortunately, I just had a phone call with Ninja, so I had to stop filming. And I couldn't help myself, I had to have a sneak peek. And look at that, we got another nice picker. And there's a few other small bits in there as well. Can I pick it up? Second attempt, it's a pickup. Beautiful. So I'm going to keep working that crevice, definitely. I'll get some more material in and then I'll show it at the end. Alrighty swingers. So as you can see, in this crevice here, I've worked from there all the way back using the crevice pump. Haven't got it all because there's a pocket in that corner I'm still working on, but I'll do a test pan out of that because it's a lot of clay, so I don't know if it's going to produce anything, but I'll clean it anyway. Now I've got 4 loads out of the crevice king out of there, and this is my bounty. As you can see, not too bad, couple of nice bits. And you would think that funny square shaped one is 2 bits, but actually it's one very funky shaped piece of gold. Look at that, very interesting piece of gold, funky as shape. I like it. Anyway, I'm gonna keep panning and see what else I can pop out. We'll get back to these very shortly. Alrighty, so I'm done in that crevice. Didn't find anything extra in there, but now I'm back in this crevice, the one I started on. I opened up that area first, and from there back was filled. So I've just taken all that material and used the crevice king. Crevice king is loaded with the bottom material, and that's all the stuff out of the top. I'll set these up, let's pan it out. Oh yeah, that's not a bad pan considering that's just loose material off the top. Couple of nice bits in there. Not many, but they're decent bits. So as you can see, just in the top there, those nice bits of gold. So I'll quickly snuff them up and then we'll empty out that crevice king. Oh, I like to jam on sometimes. I see a bit of gold there. Right there. Little tiny piece of gold at the end of my fingertip there. Nice. Nice little bit. Little tiny flat bit. There's at least one bit in there. Alrighty, let's see what we've got this time around. I'll take a seat on the bank this time, I think. Some nice bits. Nice bits indeed. It's going to add up very quickly today. Very quickly indeed. Because that is a picker. First shot. Nice bit. A bit of thickness to it. And then so is this one. Little bally bit. I like the bally bits. They're cool. Anyway, I'll keep panning and see what else I can find. Alrighty, so I've just worked this crevice again. So that area from there forward is the one I did last time, and I only had a water bottle to try and snuff with, which was not working very well. So I've just used the crevice king in the bottom here, scratched out those crevices, opened up all this, and let's see what's in that pan. And that's the results of that pan. You got another picker, little picker. Oh, I can pick it up, I know I can, there we go. Another little picker. So happily take that. Nice little rough bit. And a couple of very small dots and one flake to go with it. So now I'm going for this crevice. That's the one that I really want to touch. Look at that bedrock stepping up nicely. You got a pinch point where it opens up and that should be where it drops. Let's see what this crevice shows us. So, I've taken 2 pans out of there so far, just using the shovel to move the material, because that is a very deep crevice compared to these ones. That was only about 8 inches, that was about 6 inches, and that one's about a foot. So, hopefully, something good pops out of that, considering half of those rocks that I've stacked were in that hole. Anyway, first pan gave me up 3 tiny microdots. Second pan gave me a nice picker. Look at that, another nice picker indeed. If it'll kindly stick to my fingers, not my thumb. Nice little roly-poly bit. So I'll happily take that. And there's one little tiny fleck there as well. There you go, swingers. My first bit of lead. Surprisingly, they're the only bits of gold with it. Really odd. Especially considering that last pan has that picker in it. Oh, there's still plenty more in that crevice to get. Back to you on the next one. Alrighty, that crevice is cleaned out. Along this edge here, there was a step that went down, and this side actually fell into it. So there's a nice crevice in the back there. It's got three full Yappy crevice pumps as well as many out of that crevice, and I'm just about to pan that out. So I'll set you up and do this one live. You see, one thing I like to do, create a little platform for my boot to sit on, then I'm laughing. Just rotate this bit toward me. Hey, that's a better. Even though there's nothing in this classifier really, make sure you clean these edges here. Sometimes you get gold caught up on them. Not very often. If you've just got a lot of silt coming out, you can very easily catch a hold of it. Well, there's really not much material in this pan. Bit of mud. Little bit of gravel. Only 2 of those Yappy pumps worth of material. So, be interesting to see. Sorry, I'm just looking over another spot over behind us. It looks very interesting. But it'll take a lot more work to work that compared to what I am working right now. So that's another day. Plus I still got to prove it. I mean, just because there's gold there doesn't mean there's gold there. All depends on the way the bedrock moves, the way the water moves through the gully. As I explained, I've got a pinch point here. It opens up across this way, and then just down that way you got a little dam basically in the creek, which is an old hole, and then it lifts up 3 feet. So the water has to get up 3 feet to be able to continue flowing down. So you can imagine this area is a dead zone. Hence why we're finding these nice bits of gold here. So I'm just going to go gently, because this is the bottom of the crevice. I don't want to lose anything. So I'm just stirring it up at the moment, just so I can get rid of silt. There's a lot of silt in there. Just makes it easier to work what I'm working. Gently does it. If any pan's going to show any gold, this should be the one. The depth of that crevice and the location of where it is. Let's bring yous in, eh? I can't just hug all the fun. I gotta show you just in case. Alright, sorry, just setting up the tripod and the handheld setup. So basically my tripod collapses and I can actually use it as a selfie stick, so to speak. Sorry, I dropped the pan, so I gotta redo that. Really? 2 bits. That's it. One tiny bit that ended up somewhere down here, and that little bit there. Really not a lot. There we go. Oh, that one was bust. Still gold. But now I'm interested in that little one right there behind my shovel, and then I'll step over to this one over here next. I might call it a day after that. I'm not going to waste myself. It's Easter weekend this weekend. Today's Thursday, but because it's Friday tomorrow and it's a public holiday, I get to finish early on Thursday. 6-hour day, because we don't have RDOs. Absolutely awesome. Anyway, I'll get back to you when I get to the next one. Alright, that looks like much more of an interesting crevice than I originally thought. Very shallow, very small, drops down and then has to pick back up to get into there. And there's a crevice running right across there, which is tucked in tight. So that's the first pan of material out of it. That's pretty much the whole crevice so far. Once I go through that pan, I'll take a pan of water and I'll pour it in here and wash it all down to the bottom here and start yabby pumping it, or crevice pumping it up. Can't wait to see what that looks like. Let's clean this one up. Let's see what we've got. Park my ass. That is nice and comfortable for myself. So I'm going to rotate the camera in the right position. Have we got any shiny? I see a bit. In fact, I see a little bit of it. Oh, it's a nice pan. Let me clean that up and I'll get back to you. And I haven't even yabby pumped. Oh. Alright, so as you can see, that's not too bad of a pan. A few nice little bits. And I got a lead shot too. And as I said, I have not sucked that out yet. Let's see what that does for us. Fill it up first with some water so I can actually get material out. Ooh, there's the deep crevice. All right. Really wasn't much in that one. Sounds a bit worried. Must be a hawk after him or something. Right, let's see what this pan holds. Couple bits, but nothing major. Surprising. Alright, let's step up to the next one where my crevice pump's sitting. I'll snuff that up and we'll get into the next one. Alright, so it's now 5:30, so I've been out here for about 3 hours-ish, thereabouts. Yeah, didn't do too bad really. If you have a look here, so I started in that crevice, got a little bit, and back to this one to finish that off after I found a bit in it last time. Then went into that one, went on to that little one and washed off a bit of that bedrock. Stepped up into there and did 2 pockets, 1, 2, and got a couple of fine specks. Then did that pocket which had a crevice running up here with a stringer of quartz running through it, and into under here where this bit of bedrock here is sitting over the top of the clay. So all in all, not too bad considering it was only a few hours and I was doing it pretty easy. I wasn't going hard. Look at the shiny I just got. It's a nice little pile. That's got to be at least a third of a gram, surely. I'll happily take that. So I'm going to make my way out of here because I don't want to ruin myself for the weekend. Back saying enough already, so I'm going to listen. And we're going to get home and you'll see this on the scales right about now. I'll tell you what, I got into this bit right on time. There's my little stacked wall of rocks. And literally the day after the night that I found the gold here, it rained pretty hard. And all this was already underwater. It's a week later now, we've had a lot more rain. And there ain't no spot to pan there anymore. That's hell. Oh well. At least I got the gold while I could. That's the problem about seasonal creeks. You've only got a short window of about 3 months. And that's it. And this year we only had a month and a half due to all the rain events we've had. 1 in a 100-year rain event. And it's definitely changed a lot for us this year. Anyway, here's the gold. Alrighty swingers, so I've got the gold all cleaned up and dried. So, not too bad of a little pile, considering I only did about 10 pans, so I'm not too fussed. Any gold's good gold. Let's get that on the scales. And pretty much as I guessed, about a third of a gram. So that's not too bad, it's a little shy of that, but still point to weight for only 10 pans. I'll happily take that for 3 hours of just lazily scratching around in the crevices and panning out the material. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Something a little different, but I thought I'd just follow up on that, seeing as I had done it in the last a couple episodes ago, and thought I may as well go back to see what was left, seeing as you're probably thinking, what was left behind? Well, now we all know. Till next time, good luck and happy swinging or panning, and salada.